What's up, guys? Duke back here from SportsGamers.com. We got an awesome Madden 20 tip for you guys today. I'm going to break down an unstoppable running and passing offensive scheme featuring two different formations. This is a full scheme that is very simple yet extremely effective that any level player can use to beat every defense out there in the game. We truly have an answer for everything. So we're going to be looking at some running and passing plays from two formations. We're going to be looking at the I-form wing and I-form tight. Again, it's going to be both runs and passes. Do this with, pretty much any personnel you want. Obviously, you have a good running back. That's helpful. I like the 49ers on regs because they have Kittle, great tight end, some fast receivers, and a good running back. And really a few fast running backs, honestly. But, whatever you want to do, it's cool. Now, I use the West Coast playbook for this scheme. They got all the plays I like from I-form wing and I-form tight. If you want to use other playbooks, that's fine too, because a lot of other playbooks have these same types of plays or the same exact plays, or at least similar enough plays to make this scheme work. So, you guys can see here, we got Kittle and, whatever, the case may be. Now, if you play Madden Ultimate Team, you can actually use these 6-0 lineman packages to actually get receivers in at tight end. And that's personally what I do. You can't really do that on regs, but if you play MUT, you can do that, and that's really effective. So these are my audibles. For this formation, I use the Stretch Alert, X Lookie, the ISO, PA tight end leak, and the other one is just really up to you. Those are the three main plays I use. For I-form tight, we use the power to stretch, the ISO, and then the, where is it at here? The PAYC. Now, before we go any further, I want to remind you guys to please hit the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel, and also turn your notifications on so you don't miss out when our videos go live. We upload lots of videos every week from tips, gameplay, and news. And also, if you're really rocking me, smash that like button. It helps support the channel out. Continues to allow us to grow, and it's much appreciated. So, I come out in this I-wing. Now, guys, you know that anytime you come out in I-wing, you pretty much get one of two things. You either get the 3-5 wide, two-man under with the, or cover two-man with the safeties and spies, or you pretty much get 3-4 odd edge blitz. Why? Because if you play anything else, if you literally play any other defense, like cover 4, cover 2, doesn't matter the formation, 3-4 odd, whatever, you all know, or you should know if you don't, if you get any sort of zone defense, right, anything else whatsoever, all you have to do is audible to stretch, alert, X lookie, and you get huge yardage. So just by coming out in this formation, because we have the stretch, alert, lookie, it does not allow people to play zone. They have to basically play man-to-man Ds like edge blitz or the, like I said, the double safety spy from 3-5 wide. Now, I'm about to show you guys how to completely demolish that. Remember, we still do have the dive too, so if they're, or the ISO. So if they're playing stupid, defense not pinching their line, we can always hit them with the motion over ISO. But that's not really what I want to show you. I just wanted to make the point that you already know when you come out in this formation, because of these plays, they have to play those defenses I just mentioned. Now, knowing that, how can we attack that? Now, I've shown you guys a lot of running plays that really just destroy these types of defenses. Like, certain runs beat these defenses. But what I'm about to show you, to me, is even more powerful because it's passing for huge yardage. It's basically taking advantage of knowing to stop the run, they have to do certain things, and then taking advantage of that. So, this is pretty much what you can expect to see. Now, what I end up doing when I see this is I audible to the PA seam, and what I do is I put my tight end on the right on the corner route, and that's it. You can block the fullback and running back if you want, but what happens here is, first of all, this streak is glitchy. If they don't shade over the top, if you have a fast receiver, it could be an easy touchdown. But more importantly, what happens here is you get two glitchy corner routes real fast, and you still do have the stretch from this formation too with the ISO and power row. So if they don't play run D, you can audible to those. But this PAY seam with the corner route, oh my gosh, the double corner routes, they are crucial. Now, didn't get the best separation there, but the way I run it is I have my tight end with post flag elite. So anytime he's on any sort of corner route against man coverage, he's going to be wide open. And the thing is, you have that type of play from this formation too with PA tight end leak. It's just that, personally, I like to do it from the I tied a little bit more. As you can see, we get naked for a touchdown there, because you can have both of those guys on corner routes very, very easily with a quick audible. So then they can't just use or guard one corner route. They have to guard both. And even if they put purple zones out there, they're not going to be able to stop your corner routes. Look at how open this one is, though. And what I recommend really doing if you really want to turn the scheme up to the top potential is have a basically have a tight end and a receiver with both post flag elite and use the 6 lineman package. So when you audible into the I tight end, I form wing, whatever, you get a receiver and a tight end at tight end, and both of them at post flag elite, and both of them will whoop on corner routes. That really just turns it up to a whole new level. So again, guys, we audible the I tight, just quick audible. It's a quick hot route for the corner route, and bam. Now you're probably wondering, how do you get that corner route to the other tight end? One of two things. You can either have a route apprentice, tight end apprentice, or you can just have a hot route master at quarterback. At this point of the year, that's super easy. It's not very hard. But the whole thing is, because of how good the run game is, we have the stretch, we have the dive, the power O. Just being able to do 2 plays like this with quick corners like this is not even fair, because they're not going to be expecting that. So what's going to end up happening is, at a certain point, they can't, play man-to-man anymore. And the same thing happens if they do like a blitzing-based man-to-man, like the edge blitz. The exact same thing's going to happen. It's not just, the 3-5 wide. No, it's any sort of man-to-man based D, which is pretty much the most effective. Pretty much to stop this stretch alert lucky, you have to play one of these man-to-man Ds, to be quite honest with you. And you're just not going to be able to, because of the way we can just throw these corner routes. Guys, take a look at it again here. You're going to see both of these guys, on the corner routes, they just get great separation. And again, I don't even have, Kittle's good, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't have post-flag elite. He does not. And also, the other tight end kind of sucks. So you imagine if you get a good tight end, a top-of-line mutt tight end, a top-of-line mutt receiver, package them in, and both of them have post-flag elite. Oh my gosh, it's over with. And the great thing about this play is that crooked streak too. So say you have a real fast receiver, they're gonna have no chance at all, because they're gonna have to then play over the top, and if they start shading over the top, well then what you can do is you can just keep that seam route and mix it up. Sometimes you can keep that seam route to the tight end, or maybe even put them on a trail route, and then just do a smart routed out route on the outside. And it's just, it's like taking candy from a baby. It's the most easy reads ever. It's so, I cannot emphasize how easy this is. So then they're gonna have to change it up. They're not gonna be able to play these man-to-man defenses. They're gonna have to play zone. And that's what I'm saying. As soon as they're in zone, all you want to do is stretch alert looky, guys. It's literally that simple. And stretch alert looky is basically in zone. You guarantee yourself a good 4 or 5 yards with the ability to get touchdowns. So even if they do a little pinch D setup, it doesn't matter. It's such an easy run against zone. And also, like I said, I tight kill zone too with the stretch and the power on the dive. So it's not just this. You can get in I tight and audible to the stretch or the dive or the power, or whatever's based upon the alignment that they're doing, and you're going to have great success. Great success. Now, basically, my whole thing is that was my worst run yet. I only got 2-3 yards. I kind of hiked the ball at a weird time, but my whole thing is basically this. If I see that they're spreading out their linebackers or haven't pinched their D-line, I'm running ISO, right? ISO is really good. It's going to get great yards up the middle. Now, if I see that they've pinched, as you see there, just a free 5 yards. If I see they pinch their D-line, I always run stretch. And that's for zone-based Ds. Now, if they're in man-to-man of any sort, that's when I pass the ball. Storm Brave, that's another example of an easy defense to pass the ball on, because, again, it can't guard corner routes. It just cannot. And, again, you can see how quickly I audible and how quickly this is set up. We're ready to go. So at this point, they have no shot. They truly have no shot. I'm going to have one, if not both, of the corner routes wide open. Again, this guy's horrible. I don't even know who that guy is. He has no abilities, and he's just getting open. Now, for regs, you don't necessarily need the abilities because, let's be honest, most teams don't have a whole bunch of souped-up defenders with abilities anyways, so it's like a fair matchup. But on MUT, to make this work, where everyone has the best defenders everywhere with tons of abilities, you definitely will need tight ends and receivers that are fast, good route running, and have post-flag elite. If they have that, they will win every single time on the corner route. Now, one more thing I do want to show you guys real quickly is that just the different hot route abilities you do have if you were to use, basically a route chem, whether it's the route apprentice, slot apprentice, or tight end apprentice, or hot route master, you do a lot of different stuff. So, for example, you could do something like this to where, let's just do. All right, I know what I'm gonna show you guys. So this is just a quick example of what I'm talking about. So the play PA tight end leak that I already kind of showed y'all. Right, it's a nice little play. Let's do edge blitz. So this is a good play for a quick corner out that's gonna get a good amount of yards for you most of the time. Now, what you can do if you have a tight end apprentice is you can put him on a post, motion him out, snap the ball while he's in motion, quick dot, easy, easy, easy. Now, the thing I love about this tight end leak play is they can't sleep over the top. That's another thing I forgot to mention. They can't press you here because you have a legitimate deep post bomb. So let's say that you have a fast receiver and they press you. I mean, basically, they're going to have to go user that post, otherwise it's a touchdown. Or if they don't, it's there. Like, and if they do user it, then you can just throw the corner or the other route over the middle of the field very, very easily because there's going to be nobody there. So that's another thing I love about this play is the deep post route. Like, if I have a Moss or Calvin Johnson out here on the deep post and then a good tight end in the game, I mean, they're done. Like, they have no chance. So, again, they want to sit over the middle and guard all this stuff over the middle. Okay, cool. Or go guard the corner at themselves. Cool. Like, when they, look at this. So you just wait, and it's a bombs away. Touchdown. Fast receiver. If they don't play over the top, especially if you had a post flag elite guy there, because then it'll activate on that post too, they have no chance. So to me, this is just the easiest scheme in the world because when you come out in these runs are super simple. We all know them. It forces man-to-man defense. Now, when you get man-to-man defense, this offense is like unstoppable passing the ball because you have the corners, the post, and then you can play with, like I said, the deep post over the top if they're pressing you. And if they're not pressing you, all you do is put a smart route out, and they have no chance. If they do not press you, a smart route over there's a free 10-plus yards. Okay? Then you audible die tight, and you have the dual corner routes with that glitchy streak. And again, if they're not pressing you, you hit the smart route all the time. Or you can do a motion slant too. So that's the last thing I actually did want to show. Is let's say that they are playing purple zones with their safeties and not actually spying, right? First of all, they probably won't do that because then obviously the run game will kill them. But let's just say that you happen to notice that they're not always spying both of the safeties. Okay, that's fine. Because then all we have to do is just do a motion slant route over the middle of the field and, there's going to be nobody home. It's like that. So, and that's what I'm saying. You make one guy miss with these fast players, it's a touchdown. So, I find this scheme extremely effective. I love running West Coast for near, and I like bunch too, but mostly near this year. But this little mini scheme in itself is so easy to run and so overly effective. It's something I definitely recommend everybody check out. Like I said, I like it in West Coast, but you can do these same concepts in really many playbooks that have eye tight or wing or whatever. It's pretty easy to set up. So hope y'all enjoy it. I'm out.